I have decided that within the next couple of weeks that I'm going to make a decision pertaining to the future of my, well, both of my channels, because I made a harsh decision, and I decided there's some things that I'm going to make because one, I feel like I'm in a position where it's just certain uh, people I can't deal with. Um, and then I feel like I have to, my truth. I have to tell my truth. But I'm gonna get to that a little bit later. But like I said, I have some announcements that I'm gonna be making within the next couple of weeks, pertaining to both my channels and then some other things. But that isn't what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is, you know, ever since, the Pando hit within, last when it started making its ways around um, the states, when from the current president when he was running for office to the last president. Um, at the end of the day, I didn't came to the conclusion, as far as black people go, is to the point, what is the use of trying to talk unity to black people when are at odds over this whole thing, where we can't even come to grips and just admit that our freedom is slowly but surely being taken away from us. In case you guys don't know by now, the current president just basically announced the plan where he just is basically gonna try to bypass all laws and try to pretty much mandate participation. And I recommend that you guys act fast. Um, you guys gonna have, like I said, this is gonna be an uphill battle, but I think um, all hell is finna break loose now, because they're gonna be people that's gonna fight this tooth and nail, and I think it's time to fight this tooth and nail. They Okay. All I could say, they keep changing their story. First they said, first they said 75% participated. Now it's went down to 50%. This man has told lie after lie. He is worse than the last dude. And then for all you femme black women that voted for him and Cam, fuck y'all, because y'all part of the problem. You looked at gender instead of facts. You ignored his history and you ignored her history. You were more worried about gender than you was policies, honesty, history, and anything else you can think of. And this is the honest to God truth. So I blame a lot of you black feminists. I could tell you this much. If the other guy was in office, this wouldn't be happening. This man have a history of racism that was completely ignored. So I want to say this to you black people and who are remaining silent. I'm okay. You sold us out. You sold us. You threw us into a burning building. I mean, we are walking into actual communism. Well, people wouldn't listen to me, CB. I warned people about him, and it went, you know, and I was ignored because you had, like I said, some of these dumbass, and I'm gonna go there. Some of these dumbass black women that were trying to bully, harass, and shame people into supporting a woman who's really considered Indian, who had no ties, did not want nothing to do with black people, who had a history in locking up black people. So now people is looking stupid now because now he pretty much then put it to where he pretty much then fixed it to where some of these companies can do whatever they want now. I expect within the I expect within the next couple of days, or if not by shit, maybe today, where they tell us that we have to participate. But that's okay. Cause I'm working on something. And another thing, they've been lying about the reports. They've been flipping the reports. They've been flipping the reports, altering the numbers. I didn't you just see how they ignored the fact that what happened with Oscar De La Hoya. Now what's going on now is they just not gonna talk about it. If somebody gets the sickness, they just not even gonna ask that question no more. Like I said, they had bypassed everything. The law says that they cannot mandate. So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, you guys gonna have to get on the internet. You guys gonna have to get your paperwork ready. You're gonna have to present this to your job. Appreciate that, Mark. Appreciate that, CB. Appreciate that. So y'all gonna have to go. Now I looked at 11 states that have banned participation. Shout out to brother Mark. Utah is one of them. Um, Oklahoma, Florida, Texas. So like I said before, y'all better get y'all paperwork together. Y'all better go to y'all doctors. Y'all bet if you ain't now, like I said, if you've already participated, like I said, I never had an issue with people who participated. I always thought it was your choice. But now they're taking away your choice. Oh, and after a certain amount of people, when they feel like enough people then got partic the got you know have participated, the next step is to mandate those Chippehoys that they want to put in you, so you can get so they can try to so-called alert you ahead of time that you might. So basically they're taking away your freedom to choose. But I thought this was the land of the free, home of the brave. Well, that ain't true. That ain't true. And like I said, it's only gonna get worse. I told people not to vote for this dude. I told y'all. Now people see that we would have been better off if the other guy was in office. But at the end of the day, the media was the media was for pushing this agenda. Like I said, all of JoJo's history of racism and white supremacy can be looked up. Keep in mind, he referred to us as cockroaches back in the day, and that's how he still sees us. So, like I said before, I had to take, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just going to tell y'all the truth. I have been getting harassed by these people tremendously. Okay. Well, I disagree with that. He always said he wasn't going to make it Mando. This guy has basically telling companies they pretty much can do what they want to do. They had been lying about the numbers, they had lied about everything. So, my suggestion is if you haven't participated, my suggestion is you look up religious exemptions. Go get on your computer, look up religious exemptions, go to your doctor, um, tell your doctor um, that you got a history of this, you got a history of that, and that you need to get paperwork showing that you cannot that you not can participate. I really have to talk in code. And by the way, I just want to say that I feel like it's a traitor. Um, it's a I'm gonna say something. It's a traitor amongst us. But I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that later on. Some of these people ain't who they say they is. And a lot of and another thing that you have is the New Jack City thing. For people that then participated, they want to, who are against people who haven't participated. So what they trying to do the Nino Brown. Well, if I go down, I'm taking everybody down with me. So they're mad because they did it, and you have people who have resisted, who tried to fight this tooth and nail. So they mad. So they doing little stuff behind the scenes, and they supposed to be your so-called friends. Like I said, these people have ignored all type of datas. So like I said before, um, your job finna like start flexing. Probably within the next week or two, your job gonna start flexing. So I'm just telling you to be prepared. Yeah, I know, and that's unfortunate. And then the next option is they want you to be tested every week, which I think that's very strenuous to be sitting up there having to spend that type of money on it. So that's a lot too. So basically, it's a wear down tactic too, to where you just say, "Hey man, I'm getting tired of going through this every week. I'm getting tired of going through this every week." To where you just be like, "Fuck it." That's another thing that they trying to do. I don't even work for the. I don't even work in the. I don't even work in for the federal. I work in the food industry. I work in the food industry. So people talking about freedom and liberty and justice, but then they don't want to respect your decision not to put something in your body that you whatever. What you mean, Mark trying to? They are. All I can say to you guys is it's decision time. It's time to start looking at lawyers. It's because at the end of the day, you can challenge your government. You can challenge your job. The governor of Arizona, see, they trying to muzzle a lot of these people that's telling you that mandates are illegal. I put up a video. I had to take it down. Now I still got the video, but I'm a repost it. I'm a repost it in a couple of I'm a repost it in a couple of weeks, even though the video got monetized. I told y'all that y'all needed to prepare for this. I told y'all that this was coming. And you know the sad part about it is I tried to explain to this to people, and I'm just gonna go on and I'm gonna just go on to say it because I'm tired of like keeping my mouth shut. I tried to explain this to people that I supposed to be affiliates with, and then you had people attacking me, trying to make it look like I was delusional and shit, trying to insult me and shit, trying to disrespect me. And I just want to say to them dudes in that chat line that was disrespecting me when I said all this was coming about this and then the chips, fuck y'all. I'm not biting my tongue anymore. I'm not biting my tongue anymore. I had people blatantly disrespecting me. And all I'm trying to do is warn them. Look, I didn't have to set foot in nobody's college to understand your civil rights, civil liberties, and all that kind of stuff. Didn't have to. But like I said, once again, you have what you call these newfound black advocates for participation, which I really think to a certain degree is guilt and shame, to where now they feel stupid because you know they feel stupid, so they feel like, well, hell, well, I'm gonna shame or I'm gonna harass or I'm gonna guilt somebody into doing it alongside with me. Because like I said, we got a fight on our hands. And this is the honest to God truth. We got a fight on our hands. Like I said, I suggest you go to your doctor. You go to you know what I'm saying? You need to start looking up religious exemptions. Um, because I know in the Bay Area where I'm at, they are honoring religious exemptions and medical conditions, which they supposed to do that everywhere. The thing is, what's a face the who looked like the JoJo the Crypt Keeper. He is a full-fledged slave master, and he is backed by a bunch of flunkies, house niggas, and niggettes who would rather protect them than protect their own. And we have to accept the truth as black people. Our own people have sold us down the river. But then again, what else is new? You know, what else is new? Allegedly, Nat Turner was sold down the river by another black person. The nation collaborated with the feds for Malcolm X. People in Martin Luther King's camp collaborated with the feds. You know, Bill O'Neill collaborated and sold Fred Hampton down the river. Bob Marley, they got close enough to him to where they gave him some sneakers that had that cancer in it, and they was able to take him out. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, the U.S. is officially a communist country. Your freedom has been completely taken away. And then the thing is, you have most of the media controlling what's being put out. And then the people that have real information that can contradict what the mainstream media is putting out, they're muzzling them. They're censoring them. Like I said, every time I've tried to put out material that was factual, I've been harassed. I've been harassed, and then like I said before, I've been getting harassed tremendously by the tube, and it's not just YouTube. They're doing it on they're doing it on every platform. You have Facebook people are now referring to people as C-19 conspiracists. Um, they just doing it. I've been seeing it. They are trying to muzzle people. Nah, that was me. That was my alarm from, usually I get up at this time and get ready for work. But yeah, like I said before, um, I think within the next couple of weeks, um, probably what's gonna start happening is you're gonna start having some of these governors starting to challenge this dude. Well, they need a scapegoat because what he's trying to do is he's trying to cause division, and he's trying to cause tension between the people who have participated versus the people who haven't. And for the most part, you haven't been harassed, but see, that's what they want to do because to a certain degree, they want chaos to break out. You have to understand something, people. To to bring in and enact on new policy, you have to have a reason. You have to have justification. So you have to put stuff out there. And if you have a media, a mass media machine that's in full support of you, that's going to listen and put out whatever you tell them, and then you're going to have media people that's following the script. And then you have people listening. Well, okay, guess what? Some people are going to listen. But I think to a certain degree, some people have not been listening to the media. I think what's happened is you didn't see more resistance than what people thought that they was gonna get because a lot of people are following their own mind now. It's already been proven you can't listen to nothing the media says because they have an agenda. They always have been propaganda based, especially CNN. CNN, I think, has been the biggest contributor to the panic, and particularly with that, with that fun boy Don Lemon, one of the main culprits. That's what I mean by they've been using other black people. I've seen dozens of reports about what's been going on, and people need to understand. They trying to make it look like a jab is a cure, and it isn't. And that's all I'm gonna say. Because once again, you have to watch what you say because they probably gonna do what they do because they've been doing it. But that's okay. Like I said, people, y'all got some decision making to do. I'm about to call my doctor right now. I'm about to get my paperwork ready. Then I'm already getting my exemption paperwork ready. I'm gonna present it to my job, and if they harass me, I'll see you in court. And I'm about to get a lawyer ready too. Once again, just because that old man said doesn't mean that it's the gospel. They've been lying about this from the gate. That man said out of his own mouth back in I think March that they wasn't going to, Mando, and they have. Well, that's what they're doing, Mark. Anybody that's telling the truth, they trying to censor them. That's what they do for people that see things different, they label them. They label them. They label them a conspirator. They label them this, a dude that's preaching and putting out propaganda. They don't want it to be two sides to this. They want it to be seen as one way. All you got to do is research in California. There have been dozens of, you know, participation deaths that they don't want to talk about. Who have, who have been fed and they was full, and it still happened. That's the thing. You notice they won't let anybody come on these mainstream media outlets that can contradict what the mainstream media, they won't let them come on. It's one way. It's one way, and that's pretty much it. So like I said before, for the people that sat up here, and supported this dude, what do you say now? Are you changing? Do you still believe in him now? And I notice there's certain YouTubers that ain't said nothing about this dude's racism. And I ain't naming no names, and I'm not trying to start a beef with them or nothing like that. But at the end of the day, to a certain degree, I have to call them out. I done seen, it's YouTubers around here, or a certain YouTuber who love to talk about everybody else's racism, but then he don't want to talk about this dude because he voted for him. He voted for him, and he said he voted for him. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, appreciate everybody listening. Hit me up. I'm out.